What's up everyone and welcome to another Dark Brotherhood video here. Today the quest is called Scheduled for Execution. So I must break into Imperial City Prison and kill a dark elf named Valendreth. I'll get a special bonus reward if I don't kill any of the guards, so I can enter the prison the same way I left it in the beginning of the game. If you're familiar with the game, here is the Imperial City Prison sewer, and that is how we escaped prison. So we are provided with a key, and once you have entered the sewers beneath the Imperial City Prison, you must now proceed from the sewers into the actual prison itself. If you see this door here, this is actually the way that you exit from the prison. You're running all the way through and you see the exit to the outside there. But unfortunately for this quest, as part of a challenge, you can assume that they changed it up a little bit and it forces us to take an alternative pathway. Now the whole sewer part is not that bad at all. It can be a little confusing when you're walking through the sewers because everything kind of looks the same. But once you start going through it, you just kind of have to go with your instincts, and it can be pretty easy. But just kind of memorize where you're coming from, because remember, you still do have to escape. Now the hardest part of this mission, which is trying to obtain the bonus reward, is by not killing any of the guards. And once you actually enter the prison part, there are plenty, I would say at least 8 guards, and they're kind of on standby, like they're waiting for you, kind of like they know that someone's coming right now for some reason, you know. But that of course is the hardest part, but only if you're trying to obtain the bonus. But if you are doing this quest series for the Dark Brotherhood, I suggest that you do go for the bonuses, because they range from weapons to all kinds of stuff, and the bonus reward for this mission is actually pretty unique from anything else. You guys will see that close to the end of the video. So once you're going through the sewers, you will notice there's only rats and mud crabs, and they obviously do not put up much of a fight, so they're not very threatening to us. So like I was saying, with guiding yourself through the sewers, you kind of just follow your own instincts and decide where you want to go. But for the most part, it is straightforward. You just kind of follow the pathway along and you'll find your way going through the sewers. And like I said, you do want to kind of remember where you're coming from, because when you're running away from the guards, you just have to be quick and know exactly where you're going. But when you're running back, the only difficult part is once you get back down to the sewers, you might get a little lost, but I'll show you exactly what you should do and it'll clear up any questions you might have. So if you have played this game before and you've escaped the prison, this part will look pretty familiar. This is like the area right after you kind of escape the prison area. For me, it was pretty familiar. I was like, damn, okay, I know exactly where I am. But the only thing is, you're accessing the prison from a different side. Like, you would come down these steps you see right here. These steps up here, this is where you're coming down from, you're escaping. And we're coming back now. We came from an alternative route, so it's a little different. So once you go up that ladder, this is now the actual prison section of the place. And once you come here, you will notice there's some people out here talking, having a very long conversation. I was standing there for a few minutes and I eventually hit my breaking point and just decided to go for it. This is of course the recommended method, because you could try to sneak around, but I'm assuming you'd need to have a very high level of sneak. You have to be very careful because this place has guards like in every spot, so they can easily find you, and they run pretty quickly. Now luckily for me, my character, I use light armor, and I put a lot of focus on my athletics and acrobatics, so you would see that my character is able to move pretty quickly and jump unreasonably far distances if you pay close attention to some of these clips. Now at this point, you are right there at the prison entrance. This is how you escape from the prison in the beginning of the game. You'll see a guard, he'll open the door, and you will see your target right here. In the beginning of this game, this guy was trash talking you, so now it's time for some revenge.
Wait, I know you. You're the one. The day the Emperor was killed. They went through your cell. You lucky bastard. But you came back? Come on, you've got to help me. Let old Valen out of this cell. You've got your freedom, now give me mine. What do you say, huh? Come on, friend. What's the matter with you, huh? You some kind of mute or something? I saw you escape. Now you're crazy enough to come back?
So once you're done with his conversation, you kill him, of course, and now that he's dead and no guards have been killed, you're able to return to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary to collect your reward and your bonus reward. Now, one thing I noticed when I was reading that quest update, I was thinking if you're able to kill the guards now because the parameters have already been completed. I don't want to take any chances and ruin, my ability to get the bonus reward, so I just went ahead and kept running for my life. Now, as you see here, once you enter the next little zone here, like when you go through the doors and there's a loading screen, it seems like they kind of stop following you and they reset. But there are some guards that will follow you to the ends of the earth. So as you see here, I've been jumping all across the walls. I've been doing some parkour. And this is when you get down from the stairs, you need to turn this wheel to open the seal off this door. But you'd actually be fooled because it's actually sealed once you get to the end over here. Once you get past this gate, you'll see this door is sealed and that goes straight to the exit. So of course you have to take the long pathway back. You see, these guys will not stop chasing you. So you can of course run down this hallway, go straight down here, and from this point it's pretty straightforward. You just follow the path right along and it should take you all the way down back to the exit. So you follow the cave and eventually you will see the end of the tunnel in the distance. And at this point you have to lose your enemies before you're able to fast travel back to the Dark Brotherhood and collect your reward, of course. So he will give us our reward, and this is the bonus. It's called the Scales of Pitiless Justice. Now this is a very unique item as there's nothing else like this in the game from my experience. So it gives you +2 strength, intelligence, and agility, but it subtracts 2 personality. So I'd say it's a really good reward there. It's always a passive thing too. Anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.